Story: The Gingerbread Man. Once upon a time, in a cozy cottage nestled in the heart of a peaceful village, lived an elderly couple named Mr. and Mrs. Thompson. They were renowned for their exceptional baking skills, and their gingerbread creations were the talk of the town. One sunny morning, Mrs. Thompson decided to bake a special gingerbread man. She meticulously mixed the dough, added just the right amount of spices, and shaped it into the form of a lively little man. As she placed the gingerbread man into the oven, she whispered a wish for him to come to life and bring joy to whoever he met. To her astonishment, as the gingerbread man baked, he began to stir. With a cheerful smile, he hopped out of the oven, escaping Mrs. Thompson's grasp. "I'm alive!" he exclaimed, his little legs propelling him across the kitchen countertop. Startled but delighted, Mrs. Thompson and her husband watched as the gingerbread man bounded out of the cottage and onto the village streets, his sweet aroma filling the air. Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, filled with a mix of pride and concern, chased after him, calling out, "Come back, gingerbread man! We just want to protect you." But the gingerbread man was too excited to listen. He believed he was invincible, shouting, "Run, run, as fast as you can! You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." As he zoomed through the village, the gingerbread man encountered various animals and villagers who attempted to catch him. Each time, he outran them with his quick feet and taunted them with his confident words. However, his overconfidence led him into a perilous situation. As he reached the edge of a river, a sly fox appeared, intrigued by the gingerbread man's boastful claims. The fox offered to help the gingerbread man cross the river, but the little cookie hesitated, wary of the fox's intentions. The fox, realizing that he needed to gain the gingerbread man's trust, assured him that he only wanted to help. Convinced by the fox's words, the gingerbread man hopped onto the fox's back. As they reached the middle of the river, the cunning fox smiled and whispered, "I'm sorry, gingerbread man, but you are just too delicious to resist." In an instant, the fox snapped his jaws shut, devouring the gingerbread man in one swift motion. All that remained were a few crumbs floating in the river. As the villagers and Mr. and Mrs. Thompson approached the river, their expressions turned somber. They realized that the gingerbread man's pride and arrogance had led to his downfall. The village learned a valuable lesson that day: the importance of humility and the dangers of unchecked pride. They remembered the gingerbread man's catchy rhyme and his journey through the village, but they also remembered the tragic end to his story. From that day forward, the villagers cherished the memory of the gingerbread man and retold his tale as a reminder to appreciate what they had, to value humility over arrogance, and to understand the consequences of unchecked pride. And so, the gingerbread man's story became a lesson woven into the fabric of the village, inspiring generations to be mindful of their actions and to appreciate the simple joys of life.